Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, the So What Morning Show back in the building. It's about to be crazy again. I got another crazy topic. You know how I do. I like to listen. I told one of my guests earlier today, I said, listen, if you can sleep well tonight after this show, we failed you. We did a terrible job. I need you tossing and turning, changing your life after watching this show. That's what it's all about. The So What Morning Show. We're on TRadiov.com. That's Radio in TV. I don't know how these white people deal with us. Last week's topic, it was white privilege. Some of the white people was like, why am I even working here?
Oh, God, I wish I could have been
Jesus. Oh, God.
Bring me in for all the white pertaining stuff, would you please? I got opinions.
Yes. So listen. Get to your phone lines. We got a special show today, 855-878-4652. That's the number to dial. Follow me on Twitter. Tweet me. We got to get into it. Right now, as is common practice, the community empowerment segment, we're doing something special today. We're about to promote a movie, and I'm told we're the first folk to have the official Lionsgate clip, trailer, whatever. We've got the stars in the building, damn it. And you know, you put the camera on them. Y'all know who they are, right? We got Bobb'e J Thompson, right? This kid been acting since, diapers, Huggies.
Totally. I'm still in diapers.
Killing, right? And then, of course, legendary beauty and comedian Luenell is in the building.
In the motherfucking building.
Yes. Please, really quickly, talk to me about the film. Tell me what the name of the film is, what the film is about, and y'all roles in it.
Okay. The name of the film is School Dance, written and directed by my big bro Nick Cannon. It basically follows a teenager played by me, Jason Jackson. I play a teenager that he wants to fit in, and he don't quite know how because he tends to freeze when he gets the spotlight. So it's like, it follows him on his journey to gaining confidence through the movie. I mean, he gets his love of his life. I mean, you know what I mean? The girl he been crushing on all through high school, basically, since kindergarten. And it just really it's an inspirational story as well as something that can make you laugh because it shows not only, you know what I mean, not only do you have to work to fit in, but you don't really have to fit in at the same time because individuality is very important.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And Nick Cannon directed it.
Yeah.
Wrote it and directed it.
Wrote it and directed the shit out of it.
Wow. This is our reunion because we worked together many years ago when Bobb'e was young on the Tracy Morgan Show.
I was 7, yeah.
Yeah,
7.
and so his confidence level may have been influenced by his domineering yet loving protective mother, played by moi. And nobody messes with my fucking kid. You understand? Type shit. And I'm not shy about rolling up at the school, you know, which I
What's
do.
What's going on up in here?
At the same time, making a little money on the side to support my baby.
Right.
And, you know, in all its ratchetness of my character, there is, you know, major love for my son.
Wow.
And you will see that. And the clip is extraordinary. Some of our best work, I believe, one of the best clips that I have done in a long time. Since,
I think we have the clip, babe.
And I would love for you to show the people.
Hey, where the clip at? Play the clip, baby Teen Wolf.
Well, look, that's supersized. That motherfucking hater ass song is shit. And I'm gonna give him that supersized some pussy just as soon as I can. You want mama to walk you in, baby?
No, mama, I'm good.
You ain't good, nigga. You ain't but 4 feet goddamn tall shit. Hold on. Your mama coming. I don't want nobody fucking with my baby, goddammit.
Ma!
I protects my baby. Come on. Let's go. Now listen, if some shit goes down, I want you to page me, all right?
Ma, don't nobody use pages no more. We got iPhones.
Man, I know what's going on in these streets. Scott, tell a bitch.
Ma, I promise I'm good.
All right, well, listen, I gotta get to the motherfucking church anyway. Go on in there and make mama proud. Learn something. Give mama a kiss, though, baby, before I go. Kiss me, nigga, before I bloom. I love you. Take care. Learn something today. Make mama proud of you.
Oh, hell no. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, and it's star-studded, too. I mean, star-studded.
When is it? When does the film release?
July 2nd.
July 2nd.
Yeah, it'll be available in theaters. It'll be available on digital demand, and I believe available for download.
And at the barbershop on Crenshaw and Imperial immediately.
Immediately, right? Listen, our next guest is in the building. This brother right here walks with presidents, and you know, he's a heavy brother in our community. And this is the community empowerment segment, and what he does is so important. I did a PSA for him. I'm going to let him set into motion what he does. You really need to connect with this brother. I'm going to make sure he gives you his Twitter, his Facebook, all of that, because we got to stay informed on this next topic. Brother Phil, talk to the people about what it is that you do and why it's so important.
Well, thank you, Zoe, and thanks for having me on, and having me on with my good friends here, Bobb'e and Luenell, who have been strong supporters of the Black AIDS Institute. I'm the president and CEO of the Black AIDS Institute. The Black AIDS Institute is the only national HIV/AIDS think tank in the country that focuses exclusively on black people. Our mission is to end the AIDS epidemic in black communities by engaging and mobilizing traditional black institutions, leaders, and individuals in efforts to confront HIV. You know, Zoe, we don't talk about HIV much anymore. And many people think that the problem has gone away, but nothing could be further from the truth, especially in black communities. Now, today, nearly 50% of people living with HIV in America are black. Nearly 50% of the new cases are black. You know, these are folks in our communities. You know, when we talk about AIDS among women, nearly 75% of the new cases among women are black. So no matter how you look at it, our community is being disproportionately impacted. And the Black AIDS Institute is on the front line fighting every day, day in, day out, to make sure that folks in our communities are getting the word, that folks are getting tested, and folks are getting treated.
How do they find you?
Okay, our website is www.blackaids.org. They can find us on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram at Black AIDS Institute or Black AIDS. Either way, that will get to us on any of those platforms.
And I really love the sense of urgency here, because there's a complacency in our community that once we hear something or once we hear about something, okay, our interest is piqued, and then the next thing you know, it kind of goes away. So the reaffirming of this information is far too important. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who he is, you know now. Go to the website. Once again, what is it?
It's blackaids.org. And we have an event coming up that's really, really important. We're celebrating, believe it or not, our 15th anniversary. And so we're having a mega Heroes in the Struggle gala reception and awards presentation on May 20th, Tuesday, May 20th, at the Directors Guild of America.
I'll be there.
Great, fantastic. We're honoring Monique.
Okay.
We're honoring Jamar Rogers, who was on The Voice. And so it's going to be an exciting evening, and people can buy tickets.
I got one question for you.
Okay.
Because of the stats you just, spoke, would you say that AIDS is a black disease.
Oh, absolutely. AIDS in America is a black disease without doubt. And, and as that is so, we're losing resources to fight the disease. Calvin Rolock, the founder of the Black Fund, said, nobody can save us from us but us.
Wow.
And so if we're going to get rid of this disease in our community, and the thing, though, is that we're at a point that we could end the AIDS epidemic. We have better diagnostic tools. We have better treatment tools. We have better prevention tools. We even have the ability to stop transmission and to stop acquisition.
Wow.
But black folks have to get involved because we don't have the information we need, and we need everybody's support to get us there.
Wow. Black people's religion is apathy, it appears to be.
Ladies
and gentlemen, wow, we have to. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're coming into the topic. It's been crazy. Movies, AIDS awareness, it's going nuts. The Zoe Up Morning Show will be back in 2.2 seconds with the topic. I'll see you in a minute. Deuce.
They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you.
Evolution is revolution.
We are live. This is happening now. That's The Lonely Wild, and they're in studio.
And we are here with, hey, hello.
Hey! Oh, we got a maximum capacity. I don't know if there's a fire hazard going on right now.
Yeah, joined by the West Coast Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Alex Johnson.
Oh my God. I just want to hear you sing all night. This voice.
That's so nice. Well, thank you.
Yeah, new regime. It's called Exhibit A. It's the latest release.
The magic of radio.
That's crazy.
Hi, I'm Rob Hubel from Welcome to the Jungle. You're watching T-Radio V, aren't you? Radio on TV. Terrible idea.
In TV.
You shut up. Use that one.
What's up, y'all? It's Edie Don.
And I'm Diva Pink.
And we are the hosts of the Real Talk Show that airs every Tuesday.
You so serious?
Real life, real topics, real subjects.
Shop Talk, Diva Pink.
Real
Yes.
people.
Taking over.
Your
What y'all
homie Don
think?
Juan providing the vibes.
Oh yeah, he does every week.
Oh man, we
What's
need
up,
y'all
Don
to tune
Juan?
in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7. T-Radio V. Radio and TV.
It is radio.
Radio and TV.
You're crazy.
Let's do another one.
What if I told you you could help end the AIDS epidemic in our community for just $1?
In the U.S., nearly 50% of the people who have died of AIDS are black. If 1 million of us each gave $1 to the Give 1 Million campaign, we could help end this thing.
Go to www.blackaids.org.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
don't know who you are. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will find you. And I will kill you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Zoe What Morning Show back in the building with a heavy topic. You saw the promo. Jeff.
Isn't that horrible?
Jeff Brown.
He know better. He know better.
All right, here we go. Yeah. Today's topic is crazy. Everybody knows about Boko Haram and, you know, the militant Islamic group that, you know, captured over 200 African girls from a school. But that brought a light on a bigger picture, and that is modern day slavery, human slavery today in the 21st century, 2014. It's still alive and well and has been in one form or another for many, many years. And while we're pissed off that Donald Sterling still owns the Clippers, there are some bigger issues in the world that are going down, and I'm here to challenge your beliefs and concepts on it. Today's topic: the modern day slave trade, an intriguing look into slavery of today, today's slavery. And we're going to talk about all about it. But before we do, I'm going to introduce everybody, and then I'm going to ask a couple of questions. To my left, my road dog. He's got Rottweiler baby hair. You know, he's my good friend, Geoff Brown, comedian extraordinaire, and he's always late. Welcome to the show, Geoff.
Wow, how did I get to be always late? I was on time today.
Wrong. It's fine.
Look here.
It's
I'm
just
here
par
now.
for the course. Yeah.
Let's live in the now. Can we live in the now?
Were you prepped for the show? Did you even know the topic?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, that's right. I called you earlier.
Yes, and I'm working on the power of now, and I'm here now.
Okay, Eckhart
Okay.
Tolle. Good job.
Yes.
Thank you, Geoff. Pass the mic back to Luenell. Luenell, of course, is in the building, comedian and beauty extraordinaire. We have to speak on her gorgeosity.
The truth will set you free.
Welcome to the show. And, of course, Bobb'e J Thompson. You gonna have something to weigh in on this topic, young man? You seem to be pretty wise.
I'm a very wise young man, so yes, I do think I
Indeed.
have something to weigh in on this.
I love it. I love it.
Some type of way the way you said that.
I love it. I love it. Numbers, CSI star. This is the homie right here. Eloquent, intelligent, talented, the whole 9 yards. Alimi Ballard is in the building. What up, Alimi?
What's up, fam?
Yeah, it's about to go down
Is that
in
a
the town.
decorative wedding ring you're wearing there, or is that?
That's an actual wedding contract.
Okay, well.
Hey, I'm telling you,
That's the end of our
her
conversation.
name is Lekeisha. Now, I don't know how far she can get on a resume with the name, but when you put doctor
No, you
in
didn't.
front of it,
Thank you.
there you go. Dr. Lekeisha Sumner is in the building. She's our resident expert on human trafficking.
Good.
It's going to get crazy up in here. And then, without further ado,
Lord have mercy.
one of the most disgruntled motherfuckers. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Anthony Williams, a.k.a. Uncle Ruckus.
I will come to you only as Uncle Ruckus today, and I am ashamed to be sitting in a room full of colored folks on this time.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Today's topic is going to get crazy. We talking about human trafficking and all forms of it. I have questions. And this might sound a little off topic, but go with me. Did President Woodrow Wilson know in 1913, when he signed into law the Federal Reserve Act, that he was sentencing all future Americans to become debt slaves?
Hell yeah, he did.
Did he know that? Is debt slavery as important as human trafficking? Maybe we don't pay attention to it. We just pursue the almighty dollar, but we don't know it's a debt trap. Do we know that? I mean, maybe that's a tough question, right? Are there certain levels of slavery we're cool with? Like the NFL Combine? The way they measure and monitor the movements of the athletes? It's almost like a modern day slave auction. But we see those as role models. And they get to say, I have one of the best owners in the league. Doesn't that sound funny to your soul? Like, and in your soul, I heard Dwayne Wade say, we have one of the best owners in the world. You don't even know you a slave, do you? And Donald Sterling said it himself, did he not? When he said, I give them the girls, I give them the cars, I give them the lifestyle, I give them food even.
I am their Lord.
They are my property. Isn't that interesting?
I think it's interesting in a good way.
Oh,
Lord knows that when Woodrow Wilson, that great white president, laid down that hope. Yes, I said great white president, or GWP. When he laid down the land of the law, of course he had the forethought to think ahead. Only colored folks think short term.
Ooh.
And Sterling.
Love it.
Sterling, yes, he has done one wrong thing in my eyes. He married that he's sleeping with that black Mexican girl. Other than that, everything he did is right on par with everything. Wow. Go Sterling. You be happy you have a job, Negro.
Oh, my God. So let me ask the question. And I'm going to ask Dr. Lekeisha to start us off. Dr. Sumner, please talk to us about the prevalence of human trafficking and slave trafficking and how serious this thing is in America and in the world at large.
It's quite serious, and it's a topic that deserves far more discussion than what it's getting. So thank you so much for having this show today. The numbers are difficult in that the method, because it's a criminal enterprise, it's underground, we really don't know exactly how many people are caught up into modern day human slavery. You see numbers anywhere from 20 to 40 million people.
And that's America.
Including America. Every single nation on this planet is impacted by human trafficking. Wow. And so we oftentimes will say what we would have done during the transatlantic slave trade. Mm-hmm. You know, what side of history would we have been on? But it's happening today, right before our eyes, and we need more abolitionists to be a part of this movement.
We need some Harriet Tubmans in the world right now.
Absolutely.
Seriously. Luenell, your thoughts?
Well, we're just at a serious lack of people standing up right now to do anything. It's almost like the leaders and the people who shake things up and the people who get out and make things happen or speak up have been extinguished. You know, social media can be a wonderful thing when used right, but rarely is it really used correctly for our benefit in things that we need to be talking about. You know, I know that if you post something about this issue, I'm only going to get so many likes.
So many likes.
But if I post something about Mimi and Nico,
yes,
I'm going to get immediately 1,500, responses. And it's the time that we live in. We've been dumbed down. Mm-hmm. People have been shut up. Mm-hmm. Everybody's scared of the white man. Like they're going to get beat up in the streets. I'm not. I'm loud, always have been. I speak up for everything that I believe in, and I'll be glad to, I'm glad to be on this panel today because comedians are some of the most listened to people in the country.
That's right.
And everybody who writes a speech and everybody who does everything always comes to a comedian for the punch up. So, but what people don't know that behind all of our laughter is some really deep shit. We have to be deep to even do what it is that we do. So I'm sure that Geoff and I both are really honored to be on this subject, and nobody would expect me to be here. Thank you.
Geoff?
Yeah.
You were pointing at yourself, so.
No, I was pointing at this damn mic. I have never noticed my mic.
Sit up straight there.
Is that what I heard?
Just go ahead, Geoff.
I got to piggyback on what Luenell said. One, in order to twist reality, you have to have a good grip on it. And there is a bunch. I really am going to try to be as eloquent as you. I don't know how it's going to work out. There's a bunch of shit that is just going unsaid, unnoticed, untalked about because we are the sheep, finally, that this society has designed us to be. Yeah, finally we're those sheep. And nobody wants to put their skin on the line. You know, Dr. King, Malcolm X, them cats put skin in the game. Marcus Garvey, nobody. And just to speak directly to black people, there are too many black people who think their little bit is a lot. And that's...
Alimi, I need to hear from you, brother. Speak to me on this topic, please.
Modern day slavery.
Yes.
One of the things that comes to mind is you kind of touched on it, is that about being sheep in the United States of America. I'm not sure about other countries, but this is where I live. So, and incarceration for profit, the private prison industry, and the juvenile private detention industry.
Yes.
There was a big case in Philadelphia about the kids for cash.
Kids for cash.
There was 2 judges sentenced. One just got sentenced to 28 years, which will be a life sentence for him, for being paid under the table for sentencing juveniles, 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds to longer sentences. And so also what we have in our country is a lobbying system for a private industry that makes money off incarceration, not for punishment and rehabilitation, but just clear profit. And they lobby, your leaders. They lobby your elected officials. They lobby for extreme sentences for illegal immigrants. And they lobby against when people want to propose a bill to decriminalize certain offenses. And that's why you see in our country in the last 20 years, such long sentences. Our prison system has the gross amount of people in prison for non-violent offenses.
Yes.
And that is because a prison system is making money off of the time you were there.
Yes.
And they charge your state a fee. And so that means you're paying for it. So they're lobbying your leaders and your judges paying some underneath the table. Now these judges went to prison, and I was happy to see that, but I'm like, who paid them? Did this detention center, did the state come down like the wrath of God?
How about it?
Who was paying them?
How about it?
Did they just go to jail? But who was giving millions of dollars? And then how widespread is that? And that's what the sheep, no one wants to look at that. Prisons are not state-owned.
Wow.
It's a private industry like Coca-Cola.
Privatization.
They're in it for profit.
Man.
And they lobby your leaders for longer sentences for your children. And usually the underprivileged, those whose families who could not afford those awesome
just
attorneys
caught up.
that can get you out and make sure you get your due process in the court of law.
Just caught up.
So
Ladies and gentlemen,
slavery.
Crazy. Alimi in the building. We about to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm coming right to Bobb'e J Thompson because we want to hear what the youth think about this and how they're impacted. It's about to get crazy up in here. We'll be back in 2.2 seconds. So What Mornings is off the chain already. Here we go.
Maybe Mason, just think free. R.I.P. Dr. Chip, keep your eyes on me. Same goes to Mike T. This shit is too frightening. Last time we spoke is the last time I saw you breathe. Before that, felt like we was about to beef. Couple of words said, a few bonds ceased.
Hey everybody, Sean Astin here. You may know me from Goonies, Rudy, The Lord of the Rings, but actually my calling is as a political radio show host. So I am proud to announce that I'm bringing my show, Vox Populi Radio, right here to T Radio V, Radio in TV. Thursdays, 12 to 2, live. Did I say that it's live? Live. Call in, tweet in, check in. It's gonna be your show.
Yo, hey, now listen here. This is Christina Fulton with my show, which is called Playing It Forward, here at T Radio V. Whoa,
I gotta take this call.
Who is it?
President Obama?
Mr. President, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so happy you called me because over here at T Radio V, we need your support. Pay attention every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
T Radio V.
Yes, radio and TV. Kyle, wake up!
I hope I never wake up.
Hey, what's up? I am Scott.
And I am Ken. We are not the Chemical Brothers, but we are the Crystal Method. And you are watching T Radio V.
Hi, I'm Katie Cleary. And I'm Kristen Renton. And we're from World Animal News.
World Animal News discusses animal issues from around the world.
News that matters. Watch World Animal News every Thursday at 11 a.m. Find out everything about me on Twitter at Katie_Cleary and
at Kristen Renton.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Party time!
And it's Mary Carey, of course, Politically Naughty with Mary Carey.
I'm always naughty. I'm always politically. My behavior is always politically
naughty.
I'm never politically correct.
Dr.
Dr.
Drew.
Hi. Oh, I'm so.
Hey guys, how are you? It's
I'm-
all teary-eyed, Doctor.
I know. She wished she could live at rehab.
But only if Dr. Drew's there. Obviously,
Sure.
if someone like, because a little groping might be inappropriate. But I like the flirting and stuff.
When I walked in,
don't know.
you shoved my head in your.
No! Are you gonna sue me?
Get Politically Naughty with Mary Carey. Mondays at 4 p.m. on T Radio V.
I want my MDB.
Yeah.
I want my MDB.
I love me some MGB.
Of course they do.
It's the Michael DeBar Show, Thursdays at 3 p.m. on T Radio V.
I think he really loves me.
T Radio V.
We got Scott and Brad from Slater's 50/50. What's up, you guys?
There was one thing I wanted to bring up, which was the pancake, the
Holy
fried
shit.
chicken
Pancakes, yeah.
What we did is we do 2 buttermilk pancakes at the bottom, 3 pieces of fried chicken, a homemade country bacon-infused gravy, and then we put, of course, bacon on top of that, fried egg, another pancake on top of that, and then real maple syrup just drowning the whole thing.
You guys, I must say, are pretty fit for eating all this stuff.
Well, thank you very much.
I mean,
appreciate that.
So you guys don't eat your food.
Fork and Amazing, Mondays 5 p.m. on T Radio V LA.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Few people are aware today that the history of the United States since the Revolution in 1776 has been, in large part, the story of an epic struggle to get free and stay free of control by the European international banks. This struggle was finally lost in 1913 when President Woodrow Wilson signed into effect the Federal Reserve Act, putting the international banking cartel in charge of creating America's money.
Again, the Zoe Up Morning Show returns. We're talking about all forms of slavery, not just human trafficking. Credit is a form of slavery. The damn dollar itself is a mechanism of debt. They don't create new money until they get a loan from the Federal Reserve. So money, currency born out of loans. And then that loan comes from a bank that has nothing in it. Debt is our life. It could be debt slavery. When you get out of college, unless you're a ball player, right? That debt is waiting on you. You got 6 months grace period. Find a job, get to paying it back. And what are you paying it back with? The most precious thing you have, which is your time. You're getting paid. Your time has a price on it. Now, time doesn't work quite like currency, right?
There's a finite amount of it.
Exactly. Yeah. You feel me? Hammer lost $30 million, but was still a millionaire. That's fine. I'm still good, right? Try to lose 30 minutes and get it back.
Yeah.
It ain't coming back.
Only fools say time is money.
Exactly. Bobb'e J Thompson, speak to us about what we were speaking of, the slavery and debt and all of the things that we're facing today.
In my personal opinion, the epidemic is not being discussed enough, and it's not enough light on it for the simple fact, as a society, America doesn't really care because they don't know in depth what's going on.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like their role models are more so the ball players, but they don't know, like you said, the ball players are even in debt, and debt can be slavery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes them to really pay attention, you know what I mean, and really grasp hold of everything that's going on and open your eyes, because if you don't really notice, I mean, it'll just fly by. You'll see, okay, there is human trafficking going on the other side of the country, and people think it's not really affecting us, but it is.
Right.
As a community and as a society, as black people, you know what I mean, and it's just, as black people, we're being, I'm trying to see how I can put this. It's like we're being belittled, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, because most people don't really care what's going on with us, and as a society, why should they? Because we don't care.
And now hold on, Luenell, with your fancy yellow hair. Here's the problem with you, what you just said right here, color boy. Now, you're making the same problems that you're trying to get away from. You're listening to the damn music that tell you all about the slavery of the young women and the hoes and the pimps. You're listening to it. You're supporting it. You support Chris Brown when he hit a woman. You're supporting everything that you're arguing with right now. Stop supporting this shit. That nigga over here wearing gold, Luenell. I don't know how many elephants died to make your fingernail. Stop supporting the bullshit. If you stop supporting it, then nobody be living in the middle of it. And that's it.
I want to just chime in here briefly on a few things. First of all, President Obama has really taken up the issue of human trafficking and said we need to call it what it is, and that's modern day slavery. And so the White House is all over this, and he's planning to make the United States a leader in fighting this issue globally. So in the state of California, the Attorney General here has also been very serious about addressing this issue. Politicians are slowly, reluctantly, but they are very well aware of the issue, and legislation, I think, is only one part of it, however. And what you just touched on is the attitudes that we have towards women. Okay.
May I chime in?
Vanessa Williams, actress. Shit.
Cousin so. No, I just wanted to talk about an organization, A Call to Men, who are part of the nation's leaders, international leaders, about ending violence against women and girls. They're talking about redefining manhood, what it means to be a man. So all of this sort of ownership and belittlement and valuing women so that all women are safe and respected, and that men are engaged in saying we will have a zero tolerance for anyone who's mistreating a woman, and that that's part of this. That's part of the solution. That is the solution. So that the fact that the White House is part of it is just brilliant and amazing, and they're part of that coalition.
Jeff Brown.
If I say something about racism, we're all on the same page. When I talk about,
I don't know about that.
When I talk about racism, most of us, we can agree that it's a problem. It's something that needs to be. It's our problem, right?
Yeah.
When we talk about the mentality that some segments of our culture have towards women, we become very silent. And if we're going to be serious about addressing human trafficking and sex slavery in particular, we have to re-examine our attitudes
on
towards
all levels. It starts with the mind.
Okay, here it comes. It's about to hit the fan right now.
Yeah.
Geoff and then Corey.
Hey, Doc, I'm not going to call you out on the carpet and make you answer for Obama, because in my opinion, no one can do that, not even him.
He can't call himself out?
No, he can't.
Okay, thank you. All right.
When you say that the White House is getting involved, to me, this sounds like, and not from you, it sounds like soundbite talk.
Cliche is what you're saying.
Yeah, sort of. And I'm not blaming you for that. But when you say they are getting involved, do you know how? I've heard about the involvement of the White House and the involvement.
No, they've got a bunch of PSAs right now. Joe Biden, the Obama, all of them, they're doing PSAs.
But here's my problem, Vanessa. You know I love you.
I do.
Hey, girl.
Wait, hey, baby.
Whenever there has been if somebody could name some positive change that has come politically with regard to a PSA, I'd love to hear it. Usually, what happens politically that moves big, there's no talk about it. Something just gets blown up.
Jeff, you're making a great
point.
Some
niggas just have some shit missing.
Jeff's making a great point, and it's the same point that Alimi made. Because at the end of the day, you can't say, oh, Obama is behind this, but he's also behind privatization. He's also part of those deals. The Monsanto privatization of prisons, and so to me, it's hypocrisy to say, "Oh, we're behind, human trafficking in Africa, and we're gonna find those girls." But at the same time, judges are getting paid here in America for putting kids in prison. So it's hypocrisy. Go deeper.
What's Obama's daughter's name?
He has 2 daughters.
Sasha. Let Sasha come up missing.
Okay, no.
Now we gonna find some judge.
We gonna find somebody
for sure.
Go ahead.
Master Hunter's daughter is
Oh,
missing.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Who? Master P's daughter is missing.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Why can't we
Right now.
take
God bless.
Corey?
God bless.
Why can't we take the
It's not a laughing
women
matter.
that are like
Here we go.
old girl who put Donald Sterling on tape and
Stiviano?
yeah, all the bust down bitches. Why can't we send them out there to Africa where they get stoned? I'm just saying that's where they belong.
Oh my God!
And take the women with
I'm
moral
gonna give up my
fortitude.
turn, and I'm gonna let
Vanessa.
Do you not know?
Let the women. Wait.
Y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know who he is.
Bust down.
Blame him.
Man, finish his question.
I
All I'm
just
saying
like
is-
to tell him bust down, bitch.
Right. In society, women are victims when something go wrong. But right now, there are millions of bitches plotting to destroy people around this country, and ain't nobody saying nothing.
So you think that's an
They acting
organized-
like it's not happening.
Corey, is it an organized network of bitches? Just
No, they were born that way. They were born.
The OBN, the Organized Bitch
Organized
Network.
Bitch Network.
They were born
I'm gonna laugh
inherently.
at that for a second. I'm gonna laugh at that for a second.
Inherently evil bitches are born every second.
Okay, let him speak.
Bring in awareness about the White House taking a stand, a verbal and a public stand. There's something about when evil forces work in darkness. Like we're not being seen,
Right.
And you need to put a light on what's going on because not one person, not one elected leader is going to affect change.
Right.
When it becomes a grassroots effort and people take it on individually in their county, in their city, in their tribe, that's when something happens. When regular people step up. If you know someone's in a basement
Leadership.
somewhere, hold on. When people see things going bad, like there's this guy
And get involved.
Julian Castro, the guy in Cleveland had these 3 girls,
Yeah,
these 2
yeah.
women. They could write a book 10 years a slave.
Yeah.
And these people are
he-
so unrepentant.
Yeah.
They got the guy to court and he says, I have a sex addiction.
Okay, here's my
But
point.
yesterday,
I'm almost done.
I heard the soul of millions of aborted children saying, "Fuck that bitch
People
on
need to
Mother's Day."
step up when you see something bad going wrong, a child being abused. Don't be a chump. Say something. Call somebody. Bring in light to something. And I'm saying that Obama alone, the president is an elected official, and he's almost out of here.
Okay.
So he's taking a public stand by bringing awareness that your clothes are made by child slaves in
Right.
Bangladesh.
Right.
It's a good thing.
That's
And
a
I
good
can't
thing.
say now go fix those child slave factories in Bangladesh, Barack. Go get rid of them. Go bomb them. But if you bring awareness that they're there, because most people don't know
I
that
disagree
they are
with that.
there.
I disagree with
Speak
that.
on it, player.
There are not 15. You can't find
Speak on it.
15 people over the age of 15 who have never heard the term sweatshop. Here's 3 words. One of them's a number. That kind of negates the concept that a public official can't do something real big about this.
Okay,
SEAL
okay.
Team, almost done. SEAL Team 6. Let these people who smuggle people fuck up and fuck up somebody's money. Let them be smuggling something and an oil tanker sinks. Let them be smuggling something and $50 million to $100 million of dollars goes missing.
Yeah, because
And
women, because
then-
money
but
is
you-
definitely more important than women.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
But
so my point is this. My point is this. I really could give a flying rat's ass about what any politician says. I need to see some blood. I need to see some people come up missing over this shit, and then it'll change.
Okay.
And you know
can
what's
I- can I-
interesting?
But I gotta speak to
Luna,
the-
hold on.
As usual, the men are trying to dominate the conversation.
Hello.
We're supposed to.
Pump your fucking brakes.
We're
Not
supposed
today.
to. Like
Not
Chris
today.
Rock says.
Go ahead,
today.
We
Luenell.
run the world because we can knock your ass out.
Okay.
Lunel,
First
take
of
us
all,
to break.
what I need to say is I have an 18-year-old daughter who is in school, in a charter school, okay? The people who helped Obama even get in is the youth. The educational system is designed to have you dumbed down. Nobody is talking about anything that's pertinent to our life. You can't take an educational structure that worked 55 years ago and keep teaching it today when the shit that you talk about on your pre-cal does not. Ain't nobody in here use pre-calculus today, I guarantee you. But the shit that we're talking about needs to be talked about at school. You got books that are 100 years old. You got teachers who ain't getting paid and don't give a fuck. You got kids who don't have an attention span that's longer than 6 seconds on Vine. You got parents that just got off crack 10 years ago, and nobody gives a fuck. So nobody's creating anybody who has any fever to go out and make new leaders anymore. It's by design. It's genocide. It's bigger than the motherfucking slave trade. It's the whole genocide of our whole fucking
Everybody talk about everybody but
Good
white
stuff.
people. The real enemy.
Oh, shit. We got to take a break.
Oh, no, he didn't.
They gonna run up right there.
Two of them in the booth.
And that's where they belong.
Hello, T Radio V.
Hello for us.
Hi, guys. My name is Steve Ranazizi.
My name is Mary Elizabeth Ellis.
My name is Katie Aselton.
You're watching TV on the radio, but you're not watching it, you're listening to it, because radio on TV.
Hi, T Radio V.
Keep that radio going inside that television set.
I love T Radio V.
Trust her.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Smoking big fatties.
Hi, I'm Britta. And I'm Taylor. And together, we're the Cannabitches. Watch our show every Wednesday at 12 p.m. or high noon. It's a full hour of comedy, cannabis, and interviews. And us being really stoned. Hey, Britta. Yeah. What's long and firm and filled with goodness? Ooh, I'm thinking dirty thoughts, but I'm thinking a big fat J. Ooh! That's right. Every Wednesday, watch the Cannabitches get super stoned at 12 p.m. Right here at T Radio V. It's radio in TV.
What's happening? It's your man Money B from Digital Underground, inviting everyone to join me for my new show, The Going Way Back Show with Money B, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on T Radio V. Join me, Ty Teasy, and DJ Always to give you your favorite hip-hop from back in the day. Right here on T Radio V.
Hi, I'm Moby, and you're watching T Radio V.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Tick if the following apply to you. Has your passport or ID been confiscated by your employer? Are you accompanied wherever you go? Does someone always answer questions on your behalf? Are you forced to live and work in the same place? Are you bullied or shouted at? Are you physically abused? Does your employer make sexual advances? Are you denied adequate food, denied appropriate clothing, medical care, time off, sleep? Do your wages go to repaying an impossibly large debt? If you answered yes to some or all of these questions, you may be one of a not-so-exclusive club. You're a slave. No one knows exactly how many slaves there are today, but a global slavery index by Walk Free Foundation puts the figure at around 30 million. The scourge exists in every country, but 10 nations alone account for 3/4 of the world's slaves. Almost half are in India, where slavery ranges from bonded labor in garment factories to commercial sex exploitation. Next comes China, followed by Pakistan, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Russia, Thailand, Democratic Republic of Congo, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. Many of the enslaved are trafficked into prostitution, but far more are forced into manual labor or domestic servitude. They work in mines and factories, on ships, farms, and building sites, in hotels and private homes. Slavery is all around us. It's been linked to the supply chains of many everyday products, from shoes and bags to matches and soccer balls. It lurks in the commodities that fuel the global economy: cocoa, coffee, precious metals. Multinational supply chains are sometimes so convoluted and opaque that it's hard to pinpoint the agent or subcontractor using slave labor. From frozen shrimp to mobile phones, how can we be sure the products we buy weren't produced through human misery? What can businesses and consumers do to guarantee?
Wow. So if y'all don't understand what's going on the Zoe show right now, we just showed a video. It outlined globally the numbers. They said India is a leader and China is a leader. 3 countries. They did not mention America.
No color on America. You see that?
They did not mention America. And America,
What
in the
are
numbers that I've seen, our numbers are 27 million slaves here in America, and that would trump everyone.
Well, that's because America's running everything, so that they have the power to not talk about their own shit.
Right.
Boom.
Boom, as Luenell says.
Actually, that would be
we
great.
have a special guest in the building right now. Someone,
a good white lady.
A good
it turns
white,
out.
Yes.
Oh, why she got to be good? Oh, see,
she white
here we
lady.
go.
Here we go. We on that shit.
Because she's white.
Cause she white, that's why
No.
she good.
She got a nice smile, Luenell.
She's blonde. I'm
Ruckus,
blonde.
you
What's
think
the
she's
difference?
attractive,
Of
Ruckus?
course she attractive.
What's the difference?
And
Greens.
very few white women ain't
Greens are
attractive.
the difference.
Dead one don't look that good. Other than that, they all just smell like cinnamon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, her name is Jennifer, and
Of
she has
course it is.
she has a real serious story to share with us because she's actually experienced the sex trafficking and this horrible thing that is just coming to light because it's on CNN and it has its 15 minutes of fame. Talk to us about your experience, please, Jennifer.
Well, actually, it's Jes Richardson.
Yes.
Jes. Jennifer is someone else, not me.
Oh, you're Jessica.
Jes, yes.
We just gonna call you Jes. All right.
You can call me Jennifer.
See, they don't even care what her name is. They call you any goddamn thing.
Hey, Jennifer, get in here. It's your turn.
Sally, come on in.
No, but tell us, Jes.
Hey, I'm white. Does it matter?
No, it doesn't.
Not at all. Because we all look the same, right?
No, not at all. That would be
that's some reverse. That's some reverse shit.
I'm in love.
No, but Jes, tell us your story, please.
I bought into the same cultural understandings that so many other people do. We live in this world of sensationalism, and everybody wants to be sexy. Everybody wants to be somebody, and we all have this deep desire to be known and once known, loved, and yet we're rolling through this world like wrecking balls, just bouncing off of each other, and we miss the interpersonal relationships that cause slavery to just go unseen right here.
Right.
It was the mid-'90s when I was working the track right down the street from this studio.
By working the track, what is that? What that mean?
Hustling that pussy hole.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And Corey Holcomb.
I didn't think I'd have to
The
explain
Urban
it.
Dictionary. The voice of the Urban Dictionary.
Thank you for that, Corey.
He's from Chicago. Go
Please,
ahead.
I'd like to hear more about the track, please.
Yes. Please finish the story about the track.
I really just didn't understand what was going on in the culture. It was the mid-'90s, and all I wanted was what I saw on TV. I saw this lifestyle of pimps and hoes and, the champagne-colored Cadillacs and everything that I thought I should be. And I was sexually abused when I was 4 and 5. My dad was murdered when I was 10.
Oh, man.
Wait, and you know what? These are things that are normal. It's happened to so many of us. Hey, how many people have made it through this life without any kind of abuse?
Not me.
Abuse is normal now.
Wow. That's heavy.
And so when a pimp came to me and he said, "Girl, you're special. You're beautiful. And you can be somebody, you can be anybody." I didn't realize when I turned that first trick and handed him my money that everything was gone.
Wow.
Oh, Corey.
What is wrong with Corey?
Yeah.
We
I
don't.
don't know, but I'm excited to hear what he's got
He
to say.
needs to be sedated. That's
He
what's
needs to
wrong.
be sedated. Thank you.
Corey never applaud at a white woman's pain. Go ahead, please.
Right.
But that's what y'all do. But that's what you do, and therein lies the fucking problem. Any woman, white woman, any woman's pain, nobody gives a fuck. It's a whole don't give a fuck society about a bitch.
That's
when women
right.
talking, I don't give a fuck.
But
Well,
how did you get out? That's my.
And
thing.
are you out?
I am out.
Okay.
It was actually a sex worker that helped me escape. And I think this is what so many people don't understand in society is that really the moral of the story is consent. If you have the ability to leave, you're consenting to be there. But if you don't have the ability to leave, I'm going to give you one really quick example. I was working for my pimp in Hawaii. I had recruited a young black girl. And one night I didn't make my quota. It was $1,000 a night is what I had to make. And when I walked in, that living room was coated in plastic, which is never a good sign.
Coated in plastic.
You
Talk to
know,
me.
plastic sheeting covering the walls and the floor.
Like Dexter, right? Oh, some
Yeah.
weird
Like
Dexter
It's
shit.
about to go down.
that's some
Go ahead.
snatch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He sent me into the other room, and I listened as he broke her bones.
Wow.
And the screams stopped. And when he pulled me back in, she was like 14, 15, 13 years old. She had a chunk of her head missing.
Damn.
Now, this is a black man beating a black girl. And he got in my face and he said, "This is your fault. If you had made enough money, this wouldn't have happened to her."
Wow.
This is about race. Because I am white, it makes me valued at more.
Absolutely.
And that is fucked up.
We know that.
Thank you.
We know that. I got you
Sorry,
back.
you found my soapbox.
So
No,
much
no,
for
no, we
sharing
needed
your
that.
story.
This
Thank you
motherfucker's
so much for that. Thank you so much, and it's
We
really
needed that.
interesting the dynamic even at the table, Corey. So it's really interesting. You're telling on yourself, and
What did
maybe
I
it's
do?
for the joke. You're laughing. You find this this story of inhumane treatment of another human being who happens to be one, but it speaks to this attitude that you were cultured to believe in. And so what I want to say is all is not lost, because there are people, men on the front line, because it's not about that all men are believe in this and think that women are less than, but
Not
they're
even
silent,
remotely.
but they're
Not even
silent.
close,
But
right.
where you are culpable is that you're silent about the violence and the discrimination that other men do, and that's where we can change things. And
And we're not silent either.
But I also,
No, no.
but I also believe.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Can I speak up for you?
Right, but I also
Hold on.
I do.
I also believe that there's not enough objectivity on both sides too. On both sides of that
What do you
argument.
mean objectivity?
There's not enough
I'm
objectivity.
just saying what happened in the room. I mean, I'm not saying I don't. Corey, you're right. I don't know you, and so this could all be for fun and all be for joke. But for me, it's like a really serious thing that she courageously.
No,
I get
It's
no.
not my fault that
No.
people can compel you with all that. We don't know her either.
Exactly, and but
Y'all just believe her.
But I did want to speak to your point
got
about
two
like blaming
names.
the other woman for this. It's the broke down hoe. I think is how you put it.
Right. What I was
It's her
saying
fault
is-
that the
Busted.
dude,
No,
the busted
busted
hoe,
bitch.
that it's her fault that the dude is a racist. Like no, I think we know way too much about their inner workings and their lives, and we know way too much about a whole lot of people's
All
private
this
information.
shit is his
And it's
fault,
like-
because you
but I'm
should have
just-
never
I'm
had
just-
this
but
motherfucker
I'm
on
just-
this panel.
Hey, I do a show.
I'm just
I do a
saying.
show called the
Hands on
5150
this.
Show, and it's a lot of people who like to listen to what I have to say, but y'all don't know me, so I act silly, and y'all take it that way. But hold on, this lady had two names and she started her conversation. So when somebody start out with two names, I just can't take them seriously.
Wait a
And this
minute.
is hold
hold
on.
on.
This
What?
is a problem, and here's
Go
why it's a
into it.
problem. Because when people who have been survivors of human trafficking are identified, oftentimes law enforcement don't even believe them, because we have a culture where we readily dismiss the narratives of women when they've been abused.
It's not
And
women.
It's
so
like
they're
you said,
usually
Corey,
People who
You're
don't
about
have
for
money
being
don't have no
prostitutes when they're
power
really
when they
human
talk to the
trafficking
police.
victims.
But
Right.
Corey, you just said when a woman starts talking, you should tune out.
Right, because you just got through talking about me like you know me and you don't know me,
No,
but I
you were
expect
talking
that.
about
You
her
said
like
that-
you knew her. You said that before.
She said she
I
got
spoke.
two names.
Hi, you guys. Jeff Brown, co-host of the show. I'd like to have something to say.
There you go.
Now, when Corey says that y'all don't know him, he's talking, I would imagine, from Luenell left. I know Corey. Me and Corey grew up maybe 5 miles from one another in Chicago.
And
Corey's,
your point?
my point is that Corey, I was getting to that.
That's why I don't listen to women. Because they don't listen to you.
They have a hard time.
Speak on it, brother. Keep speaking, please.
Please.
Keep speaking.
Corey's axe to grind is not with female trafficking. It is not with prostitution.
No, it's
it
easy
is
to
not
say
with
that about me to make it seem like I'm bad.
I got you. It is not with prostitution. It's not with female trafficking. It's not with violence against women. It is with the women who use these soapboxes, who use these issues, these talking points, these ideas, these women who have been abused to abuse. Okay, that is his issue. I am not saying he is right or wrong. I'm not saying that these women. I'm almost done. I'm not saying that he is wrong. I'm saying I understand. I have a daughter. I don't want her sold into slavery, but I'm also teaching my daughter that her ovaries are not to be misused just because she has a pair.
Well, if we didn't set up the
your
society...
daughter has a father who's active in
Boom,
her life.
that's where I was getting ready.
And if we didn't have a society...
I can't apologize for that.
Listen to
We
her.
are not asking you to.
Listen, watch this.
If we didn't have a society where it's a commodity, where this is an option, because it's like women can be bought or sold, and that's about the patriarchy. That's about a system that says I can buy anything I want, including you.
Wait. This is interesting. This is good.
I'm talking about the male perspective.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on. Jess, talk about the women who want to be there, who stay there. Talk about the women, because I had Pimp and Ken, who wrote a book called The 48 Laws of Pimpology.
I own it.
Right? Exactly. And he said, we had a battle, and we were talking about, I have to do this. Y'all have to wait. Please. I got to do this. I put him on with a Harvard-educated author, and she talked about how you're disrespecting women and the whole feminist bang, right? And he said, I don't even know who you're talking about. The hoes I'm talking to are hoes. They're not women. They want to be here. Hoes. They play in the game. They know the game. When they leave me, they go to another pimp. They play. They participate in the game. So we have to make a
balanced.
It's not saying it's balanced. What we're saying is there is a mentality that is not being addressed.
But
what happens is,
but you can't blame the victim.
We're not blaming the victims. You have to listen to the point before you defend it.
More women are hoes than they are respectable in this country.
Okay, we gotta take a break.
I think we need to make a distinction between a sex worker, someone who is in human trafficking, versus smuggling.
Exactly.
That's where I'm seeing the distinction here.
And the age.
Right,
and the age.
Yeah.
And you know, there's humor in this room, and there's seriousness in this room. So
And
there's
that's
got to
good.
be room for them both.
Yes.
Some people are having fun. Some people are really talking.
Right.
And
Yes.
we don't got to bash on each other.
In Nigeria,
Right.
Oh, yeah, and we can
who are
speak-
suffering right now. The boys were burned to ashes in Nigeria just a few weeks ago.
Wow.
There's nothing funny about that.
But is anybody talking about the boys that were
But
burned to
why
ashes?
is it happening?
Listen, we got to take a quick break. They got the music playing. I like it when it's heated. We'll be back in 2.2, the So What Morning Show. Crazy.
Like worker bees, past due bills and high interest fees.
He's the most interesting man in the world.
No, really, he is.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's always with hot chicks.
Langdon Nation, saving the world one dirty joke at a time. Saturdays from 1 to 3, exclusively on T-Radio V.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy Crazy Bone.
Man, I'm the bum Keith G, man.
And whenever you sitting at home and can't shake the monkey off your back,
yeah,
then just know every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
right.
You can tune in to the Quick Fix and get your fix on, man.
Right here on TRadioV.com, baby.
Radio and TV.
So how they gonna see us on the radio then?
Radio, I don't know. Or is it TV and radio?
But it's
one of them.
I gotta figure this radio and TV thing out though, bro. I don't understand. I'm gonna tell my mom how she gonna see
Get
us.
it together.
Welcome to Big Mama Nature's house. There's a war!
Yeah.
Let's have debris all over him. That's
Bleeding.
a bad man.
Badass, man.
Woo!
Our chairs are damp.
The chairs are wet.
Our chairs
Why?
are slightly damp.
I'm gonna have to use that in the scene.
This is just like Apocalypse Now. So this is a good idea to light a torch near a highly flammable costume, mainly around my crotch area.
We're gonna get cut out, yeah. It's just gonna be cuts of Jean-Claude. They'll like pause them with loud music over it.
What are the chances of a dangerous animal in this island? 0. So just count.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Hey, Charles, let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
Heard screaming. I meet my McDonald's. I come outside. I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch.
Okay.
I go on the porch, and she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door, and we can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that a body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call 911." My name was Amanda Berry.
Now, did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call in 911, and I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective, Cook, right here, Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said.
Now, and when did you see Gina?
About 5.
We're good.
So about 5 minutes after the police got here. See, the girl Amanda told the police.
Yo, you guys don't understand how lively this panel is during the breaks.
I got a
man.
headache and a toothache.
It is
shit
crazy.
gave me a goddamn toothache.
Stop sucking on candy.
It is. Stop sucking on candy.
There is that. What would you have me suck on?
You know.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Well,
Listen.
don't have no sugar. There you go. And there you go.
Hey.
Respect.
If you're just tuning in, it's TRadioV.com. That's Radio NTV. It's the So What Morning Show. We're not even going to phone callers. We're not even going to deal with it.
Ain't no safe.
We got enough people in here dealing with stuff already.
One call and
Again, something you got to think about. $34 billion a year. This is the third largest criminal industry in the world. Third largest. Outside of drugs and guns, it's human bodies.
Little pussies.
And as I started the show, I don't like the cliche of bring our girls back, do this, do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that only because at the end of the day, there are levels of slavery that we ignore every day in our everyday normal lives. Then to turn this into a campaign, but acquiesce to the others, knowing this is the difference between, this is why I say, don't call people stupid when they're really ignorant. Because the word ignorant means to ignore. It's a conscious choice to turn your back on all the other atrocities that's happening in the world and make this one your feel-good moment.
Is that what ignorant means, or it means unaware?
It means ignore. The root word of ignorance is ignore.
How is it commonly used, though?
But
to be ignorant of something is maybe not to ignore, but to not know.
But to not know, but that's stupidity. When you don't know of something. When you
Stupidity
don't know
If
something.
I don't know what you're doing in the other room, doesn't make me stupid. That makes me unaware.
No, that
of
means
what
you don't know.
doing.
It makes you ignorant of the
me
fact that it's going
unaware
on in the other
of
room.
what you're
But
doing
the
in the
connotation,
other room. Not
it means
stupid.
you don't know. But when you're ignorant of something, because there are a lot of things we're ignorant of that we consciously choose to ignore.
You're so
And I'm
passionate.
talking about the other levels of fucking slavery
Yes.
that we just act like it's all good, but then we want to turn this into a feel-good moment to feel like we're doing something. For me, we have to
categorically disagree with that.
But listen to what I'm
valid.
saying. Hear my point.
And I'm listening.
Hear my
I'm just
point.
saying I
Hear my
disagree.
point.
Please.
And you can disagree. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
It's just like when we buried the word nigga. My whole point. My whole point was. So hear my point.
Where's that buried?
My whole
I know
point
it is.
is.
Where's that buried?
We can bury a word, but what do we do about the mentality attached to the fucking word? We can say, bring our girls back. But how do we end slavery? And I mean all of it. Not just that kind of slavery or the kind of slavery Jes experienced. How do we destroy the mentality that produces all forms of slavery?
So I feel
you begin somewhere, though, right? Is there a first step you take in this enterprise?
Today is the first step.
So what about bringing these girls back? Is that okay to begin?
Yeah, like
is that a good starting
Sure,
point?
it's okay.
Or should we just ignore the girls? Let's get rid of garment slavery and fuck the girls.
Hey,
No.
Is it okay to free those girls? Is it okay to get them back and continue to get to the root cause of slavery?
I need to sit in the swap meet.
Crooked ass thing at a time. Can't we multitask?
You think we can multitask? Oh, hell no.
Zoe, one at a time.
Crooked ass Obama know about hundreds of thousands of villages that get destroyed every day while they out there jacking
You mean by
oil.
the drones?
I'm not talking about how many of them girls was missing.
You mean by the fucking
I'm
drones
talking about a whole
that they
village
called
of people,
military-aged militants?
everything, they dead, and Obama noticed, you don't hear him talking about this, but he's sending off the weak by putting some on TV about some damn girls that don't nobody want nothing to happen to them, but this is what it is. But Obama know about a lot of more evil stuff that's going on in this world.
Yeah, hell,
than
he's
them
fucking perpetuating some of the evil in the world.
So you
Obama
saying the president started the Bring Back the Girls campaign?
No,
he didn't.
No.
Is that what you're alluding to? What are you saying? He got up there, the first one with the sign, the hashtag. He got that up in the war room to kind of get your mind off something. I'm not saying he don't know. Hold on.
Hey, we all get talking at the same time, damn it.
I like that answer.
I'm almost done. I would.
Let me know when.
Wait, Geoff.
As soon as I'm done. I'm not saying.
You let Alimi speak on it.
It's very
I'm not
sexy.
saying.
Let it speak on it, Alimi.
This is his Martin.
Please.
What about
But
the
dude,
doctor?
I'm not saying
They done turned our
the
mics
man
off.
does not know about drone attacks that go wrong and kill whole wedding.
go wrong.
Hold on, wait. Easy.
Let him have his Martin Luther King.
Can we love the president right or wrong? That's all I want to know.
I love my president.
No, sorry, no.
Go ahead, Alimi.
Can I finish?
Go. Go ahead, Alimi.
Go, quick.
I'm not saying the man, the administration, the president himself is not, beyond reproach. I'm not saying
course he isn't.
Drone attacks don't kill whole wedding parties. And then the
Babies.
media. Babies, children, where you make enemies in other countries for life. Someone dropped a bomb purposefully or accidentally on my child, on my home.
It's on and cracking.
You got me for life.
And
I'm not saying an administration, a government doesn't have dark motives, evil motives. Following civil rights workers, killing. I'm not saying that. I'm talking specifically about the human trafficking, slave trafficking, and I'm talking about getting these girls back. It's a good thing. I don't care what you think. Getting them back and letting that be the beginning of awareness to the levels of crime, of sex, slavery, of crime. That's what I'm saying.
Jeff Brown.
My man.
Hi, Jeff Brown.
My man.
Co-host of the show.
I want the doctor to say something.
Co-host
again
of the show.
today, maybe.
Who are you again, Jeff?
I'm Jeff Brown,
And what do you
co-host of the
do
show.
here?
I co-host.
Who are you, Geoff?
Just like a little room.
Jeff,
Just like a little room.
All right.
Why are you even here?
Exactly.
Go ahead, Geoff.
I got shit to do at the house. Okay. With regard to what you said about do I think Obama started this? No, I think Obama is at the head of a machine that has started a movement amongst, and I'm not calling you this, but you are spearheading what is a movement that was put together to excite drones, human drones, to go, this is wrong, and you know what's next? Military action, which probably retroactively has to do with something in that area. Somebody is no longer, either isn't at all or is no longer serving the interests of elitist white people. And this has, I got it. This has absolutely.
Wrap it up, Geoff.
This has as much to do with these little girls missing as a zit has to do with a fucking tumor. These girls are missing, and it is sad. Yes. But that's misdirection, bro. That's misdirection. And I feel for these daughters. I have a daughter.
Me too.
I feel,
And so do I.
I feel for them. But for me to jump on the bandwagon, you bring our girls back. Fuck you. I am from Chicago, and there are two types of shit you can't get past me. Pimp shit and nigga shit. And this is some pimp shit right here. I'm going to show you this. This is horrible. This is horrible. We can't find those girls. Thank you. We can't find those girls. So you know what? Let's find some.
And oil. And
diamonds.
gold.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to now.
Geoff, filibuster.
We're going to now.
Get it right.
Okay, we're going to now send the Marines, which I am one. We're going to send Marines to die in the name of this bullshit that we put you up on. And what you are doing and what people are doing, the drones are feeding this fire.
Okay, we are the global Clipper fans.
We like
so
that.
listen, we've got to take a quick break.
And then can we hear from the doctor again one more time, please? I'm not trying to be the co-host.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are.
saying,
You are the co-host.
No, you motherfucking men that try to dominate
This our
the shit
show,
again.
damn it,
Fuck
Luenell.
that. Well, don't invite these motherfuckers out here with the goddamn wedding.
We'll be back at 2.2. Hold on. We'll be back. And then when we come back, we'll hear from the doctor.
Electricians, consultants, advisors, technicians, more guards, more guns. Pass more laws to lock up more niggas, and that's more funds. Now they gotta hire.
This is Catherine Dubois. I'm Stana Caddick.
Hey, I'm Richard the Clerk. I'm Joel David Moore.
I'm Frank Infante.
Hey, man, this is Richie Ramone. What's up out there? Radio and TV.
CBGB.
CBGB.
Yeah.
Check it out here.
Radio V.
I found the greatest invention this week. It's a bed that's made for cuddling. It's called the Cuddle Mattress. And look, you can slot your elbow in.
Oh my. And what about the remote? That's my biggest concern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would seriously.
I
already lose my remote and I have a normal bed and it gets like caught in my blanket.
Yeah.
You shag in one, and then when you get it all like wet and messy, you sleep in the other. And that's kind of what you need in life. You need like a bed to shag in and a bed to sleep in.
It's the Suicide Girls, Thursday, 6 p.m. on T Radio V.
Hey everyone, this is Rob Van Dam. Telling you, you should watch RVD live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. where we talk about whatever we want to. RVD outside of the ring, looking at real life. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on T Radio V. Dude, radio and TV. Who knew?
Hey guys, I'm Destiny. Check out my show, Destiny's EDM Power Hour, every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on T Radio V. Every week, I talk about all things in the electronic dance world, including the hottest songs, DJs, latest news, and random facts, including how to dance on the moon when the beat drops. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. here on T Radio V. Radio in TV.
Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Oh my God, how he has a rap career is beyond me. I don't get it. And he takes his shirt off. Oh my God, he looks like 50 pounds of chewed Tootsie Rolls with his...
All right. Now, you are in white fashion. You know white boys always leave the house like they finna help somebody move.
Resist and defend the horrible hoes. There are some horrible people. And what you need to do is start policing your own. Okay, this is kind of sort of on the topic. Somebody asked me on Facebook, how much money have you spent in a strip club in your whole life?
Oh my God.
And I said, counting the $20 that I had to pay a cover charge to go in and get my dumbass cousin to take me to the airport because I was running late, $20. I don't spend money on strip clubs. I don't look down on strippers. I think those who actually partake are looking down on strippers because I know so many brothers who will go to a strip club, they don't want their daughter working there. I think what we need to do as people is start looking and judging human beings as human beings. And here's the issue. Here's why we're having such a rough fucking time. It is because men and women alike overvalue and undervalue the vagina. You overvalue it, okay? I have yet to meet a woman who came here without one. They all have one.
Flame Monroe.
So, no. I meant a real woman. I meant a woman that's with the ovaries.
Flame Monroe.
No, Flame is not. No. Okay. My point is, ladies, what you need to do is, if you really, really want respect, it doesn't start with us. Just like with black people, if you really want respect, it doesn't start outside of you. It starts within you. Okay? Somebody asked me, dude, why do they put all these naked girls in the videos? Well, because they show up. That's why. You need to police your own. Ladies, police your own. That's it.
Well, that was the intellectual rant. Let's get back to the topic.
Let's get back to the topic.
We have a doctor here, Ph.D. She's going to tell us the difference between, because our fans are on Facebook asking, is there a difference between a slave and a hoe? Somebody wants to know the difference. Wow. There are a lot of people that want to know the difference.
That's you two right there.
So let's get back to the spirit of the show and understand what's happening in the world around us. What is there? Is there a difference? Can you talk to me?
First, allow me to say that human trafficking, sex trafficking is only one component of human trafficking.
Right.
And believe it or not, domestic labor, forced labor, is actually a larger part of the human trafficking discussion. Sex trafficking gets picked up more. It involves sex, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a livelier discussion to talk about that, but we don't want to overlook those who are in the forced labor trade as well.
Which is bigger than the sex part,
which is
right?
a lot bigger than the sex part, okay? So we say, for example, people who are domestic workers sometimes, who are tricked into coming to the United States under false pretense.
Those pretenses are?
You come here, you work for me, you'll have a wonderful life.
You get to go to school.
You get to go to school. You get to live the American dream.
Right.
They get here, their passports are confiscated, okay? And then they're forced to work very long hours without any breaks, very little food. They're kept in just squalor.
Right.
There was a situation in New Jersey where there was a hair braiding salon. And they brought over these young girls, and they were forced to braid hair up to 18 hours a day, no breaks. And this went on year after year. So I don't want us to forget that there is another component to human trafficking beyond the sex trafficking.
Right.
To answer your question, sex workers are generally viewed to know exactly what it is they're signing up for. They're making the decision, whereas those who are in the sex trade, in terms of human trafficking, they're exploited. They're brought into this situation under false pretense. They're coerced. There's a high level of manipulation, so they're not voluntarily signing up for this. So they may not be the hoes that people are trying to make them out to be.
So
okay, and also they're sometimes forced to sleep with up to 30 to 50 people a day.
A day, wow.
Okay, so when you want to think about what are the medical outcomes for this, forced abortions, for example, okay? Can you imagine not having any health insurance? They don't get to go to the doctor when they get sick. You know, you're talking about pelvic inflammation. I mean, the consequences of this, it lives on long after someone has been rescued.
Right, and I think Corey and Geoff, what they were really trying to get down to is something that you just alluded to, and that is the domestic part of it. The domestic labor part of it is actually bigger than the sex part. But what happens from a male perspective, the feminist side of things will go for the part that affects women the most. And what we're saying is this is a human tragedy.
Right.
This is a human tragedy that affects humanity. And what happened, this is why I don't believe in ideals. Because anybody who has an ideal has to now defend it. Now I got to everything. I'm looking at you through a feminist umwelt. Now I'm looking at you through this gloss, right? Everything is feminism. This is wrong. This is bad for women. But at the end of the day, nobody is talking about Solange for attacking Jay-Z in the fucking elevator.
I'm about to watch that video in a minute.
Nobody's attacking her. But he is lauded for doing nothing. So we have to remember there is a slant and a skew to everything. So they may come off harsh, and a little aggressive. But the reality of it is the men's movement is growing too, because there's been a growing marginalization of men as well. So whenever these types of arguments come up, of course, men feel like we're being underrepresented and over-villainized in a situation. So that's why you bring up, hey, you know, there are hoes who want to be hoes. So that's why the fans on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram say, hey, well, what's the difference between someone who is pulled into sex trafficking and someone who's willingly there participating, right?
And that's why I brought up the situation in Nigeria about the little boys who were abducted and literally burned to ashes.
But
So
I believe
this is not only a women's issue.
Right, and there's a feminist concept here. Hold on, Geoff. You chill, relax. There's a feminist concept out there called the disposable man, right? Men are disposable. Women and children first. You men fend for yourselves. And there's an idea there that says, okay, maybe the little boys don't get the same media coverage, right, as the little girls. Why isn't there just a firestorm going off for the little boys that were burned? So we have to remember we live in this kind of dichotomistic society, and the purpose of the show was to bring up the issue that, hey, if you're not trying to uproot slavery as a whole divisive, fucked up organism, and you're just trying to pick a part of it and say, oh, these women are victims. No, it's not just those women. They are victims, and we need to go get them. But let's not be cliche about it. Let's not be, oh, this is the thing to be on right now. I feel good because I went down to the soup kitchen and fed some homeless people. Let's really uproot it, right? You know some of the women that I'm talking about, right, who actually want to be there. Could you speak to that for us, Jes?
I could. Yes, when we look at domestic violence, we see that women leave over and over and over again, and men too. And I think that's one of the biggest points that I've seen missing from this argument is I know men who have been trafficked. I know boys who have been trafficked.
Yes.
I know transgender individuals who have been trafficked. We are missing the bigger point that this is a human issue. It's not a women's issue. It's not a men's issue. This is a human issue. And the reason why so many people go after sex trafficking is because it's sexy. Sex sells. Violence and sex together, that's what our culture is hungry for. So, yeah, it's way better than talking about our clothing manufacturing and why all of the horrors that happen within that. It's because sex sells. And if I may quickly plug myself, this is actually why I train on this.
Go ahead.
Because I offer a sex sells training online because this is exactly what we have to defuse. We have to pull away from the idea that this is just about sex. This is about humans. This is about people who need to be needed, and we need to address the manufacturing lines all over. But sex is sexy.
Geoff, let Luenell, then Geoff.
This is just very short and just an observation of mine. When I was growing up, we had, Black Summit and all these other programs that were on television. The people who need to be watching shows like this are not watching shows like this because shows like this have been driven to the internet when this show right here needs to be on regular TV.
Word up.
Not all underground on the internet. Your show that you're talking about needs to be on regular TV, not on the internet where people got to go search it out. But we have tons and tons and tons of garbage, mind-numbing reality shit, which is a plan and a plot on the dumbing down to keep you, keep your mind off of shit like this.
Right.
So you have to put it somewhere where people, only your demographic sees it, and that's a plan as well.
Exactly.
Well, this shit here needs to be brought out of the computer and put on the fucking 52-inch right after the motherfucking
Word up,
game.
Luenell.
Okay.
Word.
I'm just saying.
Geoff?
Here's the only, and I love you for that. Here's the only reason I disagree with it. This needs.
Hey, Geoff, don't disagree with my success.
No,
Shit.
I love your
Luenell,
success.
thank you. Keep
Thank
speaking
you.
that into
Okay,
the universe.
okay.
Go ahead, Geoff.
You have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself whenever you watch a television, what do I know, and why do I know this?
1 minute, Geoff.
From everything you are watching, when you see this helicopter crash or this bad thing, why do I know this? Somebody picked this for you to know. There are 500,000 other fucked up things. Someone picked this for you to know.
That's what I'm saying.
And with regard to this, as a black man in America, feel for people other places. Man, that's the fastest 60 seconds I've ever experienced.
Yeah, Jeff.
Talk slow, nigga.
Jeff.
That's hilarious. I'm a black man in America. I got other fights.
There you go.
Hey, yo.
Corey, close us out.
Like, hey, what Luenell was talking about, listen, Luenell, BET was bought out because it began to grow into something real big. And it had shows like Teen Summit.
Yeah,
the
Teen
Caucasian
Summit.
people in power are not going to let that happen. So they bought it, or really they took it. They offer you money. If you don't take the money, they're going to kill you.
Or they just go cut
That's
your
what
show.
Viacom is.
Anyway. Yeah.
My friend, Dr. Dre, he just sold Beats by Dre. Now, I don't know this for sure, but this is what I believe. Beats by Dre has become global.
Yeah.
Everybody's buying it. So the government
They
came
want
to
it.
him
They want it.
and they took
Here
it.
you go.
No.
They just give you money. If you watch that movie, that thing, what's the Sugar Hill? No, what is the one with Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights.
Sergeant Phil Cantone was waiting at the house. That's Viacom.
Yeah.
That's the people who bought the Beats by Dre. They gangster your stuff.
And I live in a fucking hovel.
Right. Whenever you grow into something big, Caucasian people take it from you. And just everybody's scared to say that because they don't want to be not in a position where they can't work.
All right, we'll be back. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up. It's going to be crazy. So What Morning Show is off the charts. Holla.
In Texas, they still lynching. But on HBO, all they can show is niggas pimping.
Hi, I'm Ty Simpkins.
Miss Danielle Basutti.
Hi, this is Brooke Peoples.
I'm Jocelyn Donahue.
Hi, I'm Keegan Allen, and you're watching
T Radio V. T Radio V.
T Radio V, radio in TV. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
T Radio V. Yo.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Brad is actually here right now.
I don't have the white disease.
Whoa!
Give me that. I want to see like some tiny intro. Give me some boom. Give me some boom, bro. This is gonna make us money.
Ask Robert who his favorite celebrity animals are.
His animal lovers.
All right, everybody whip your out. Everybody whip it out. We'll be right back.
See, now it's...
Let's do a couple things. Ready?
Action.
Or who may be
monsters!
performing.
Monsters!
You.
Roll it.
Oh, that means me.
It's gonna take the unreal mind.
To be honest with you, I like being down there a little more because my head was...
Candy corn monsters, boom!
Hi, I'm Kristen Renton, and I don't know what I'm saying. This one's World Animal Days.
Right, here we go. Oh, I'll just...
Unreal.
It's not a real wall.
I mean, unless you fake it. I had a contest on night calls, and they were all peeing everywhere. Everyone's like, "Can I get another Diet Coke?" Yeah.
We want to do more.
T Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
These girls were victims of something hard to believe, something you might never expect, something that happened in plain sight. You are looking at girls who were held as slaves in America, not for a week or a month, but for years.
Can you tell us about what it was like having someone else control all of your movements, everything you did?
It was like being, being trapped, being in a cage. It's horrible. Like sometimes it's not enough food for us to eat. No freedom at all.
Nicole and Zena and another 20 girls like them were brought to the U.S. from their homes in the West African nations of Ghana and Togo nearly a decade ago. Barely teens, promised an American education. They were instead enslaved in Newark, New Jersey.
What did the traffickers take from you?
They took my childhood from me, my teenhood. They took it from me. They took my trust from me, and they took everything. They took everything away from me.
The girls were forced to work in hair braiding salons, serving customers all day, right out in the open. Their captors took all the money the girls earned, every penny.
How many days a week were you working?
7 days a week.
How many hours a day?
Sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the So What Morning Show has returned. That was a video breaking down just another example. We talked about the domestic side of it, right? The domestic labor.
And how we unknowingly support this.
Right.
Right? We have slave traps.
So if you're coerced into working to pay off a debt, is that a type of slavery?
Oh, absolutely.
So you would say child support
Under
in
false
that
pretense,
system.
absolutely.
The
Right?
colored folks have to call everything slavery. Y'all got to call everything slavery. First of all, everybody's ignoring one thing. He talking about the white man taking money from Dre. Oh, poor Dre, I bet his black ass is crying all the way to the bank right now. Niggas, y'all is responsible for yourself. Don't forget that, no matter what you say. Oh, this white man bombing this white man took that. Nigga, you responsible for your own self. You responsible for your wallet, for your bank, for your child, for all of that bullshit. Stop blaming it on anybody but your damn self.
Thank you, Uncle Ruckus.
Ruckus, go on, sit down some fucking
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. You right.
me.
I'm sorry. Keep blaming the white man. You're right. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, Uncle Ruckus.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Ruckus is the only white man on the panel
Yes, sir.
right now.
Yes, sir. He would know. Yeah. In the beginning, you were speaking about a lot about debt, and I know this is also about human trafficking.
Yeah.
And am I messing up by not bang on the table?
No. Yes, baby. I've been telling you that for an
I'm sorry.
hour.
Thank you. I apologize.
You're passionate. It's so sexy.
No. My man. I'm not.
Alimi, go in, man.
Okay.
Bang on me.
Debt,
if you like
I was an article I was reading about things, and I'm not sure because I'm not as world traveled as I'd like to be. And I don't know how laws are in other countries, but the concept of property ownership in our country is really debatable. Say if you bought a $10 million spread or a $100,000 place, like when you own something, I was informed in this article that you cannot own property in the United States.
How about it?
You can't really buy something.
You can't own the dirt.
Hold on.
Right?
I buy this water bottle now. This is mine. Right? I drink the water. It's all gone. If you buy a home, you have to pay property taxes, and if you don't pay them, your home is taken from you.
Give it here.
So there's a legal fight. There's a concept fight of what can you own?
Right.
Like literally, when you own your hat, you don't pay the guy who made your hat
over and over and over.
Right.
Right.
Like, can you own it? And these are some of the fights that are going on in our country about the concept of ownership, about being in debt. Like, no matter if you buy it, or you buy a car, if you could buy it outright, you can own that thing, sell that thing.
No. They got it at the DMV now. You know
See,
what I mean,
this
Brian?
is what I'm talking about.
Go there.
These fees that are attached to property in our country. And a lot of the movement, the things, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but sometimes I do see things in a funny way. Like the world of digital ownership.
Yes.
Like, can you will your iTunes account to somebody? Or when you bought an LP, when you bought a record, it was yours.
That was
right?
yours.
When you buy a digital file, do you actually own it? Can it be taken from you? Is it physical property?
Right. It's in the cloud.
It is in the cloud. So
Come on.
and when you want to buy a car, listen to the next car commercial you get, and you'll never get advertised how much it costs to buy that car.
Right.
Go home, listen to the radio. You're only shown the lease price.
Yeah.
And that's a rental.
Right.
But these are like words that I feel like the 1% gives to like the sheep.
Right.
Lease this car, then get a new one in 3 years. You will never actually own anything.
You just
People are
rent it.
leasing cars, and leasing cars, you're renting, and you're renting, and you're renting, and you're renting. So even if you do buy it, you still got to pay DMV fees. But this concept of leasing is lack of ownership. And when you get this old medieval system of lords and serfs.
Yes.
You
Yes.
get, in my opinion, I don't want to call anybody out, but you get the lord class and you get the Walmart workers.
Yeah.
And America's, in my opinion, is being divided into the owners
big
and the
chasm.
Walmart, regardless of race. Now, this little race thing people play out, I'm like,
Stupid.
Miss
Whatever.
Me with it.
Right.
Miss me with it.
Classism.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And who don't have it?
In the desert, they
You
get
get the
bought.
like Walmart workers to fight for this minimum wage nonsense.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not just for the black folks. Everyone else is not going to get above minimum wage. No. None of you motherfuckers get minimum wage.
Right.
We want to keep it low.
Yeah.
And there's these ruling class organizations, multinational corporations, but they feed you like, the lease this will be great, and you get a new one, turn it back in. I get letters. My car's about to be paid off. Like, get it back in and buy another one. I'm like, why would I do that?
How about it? Can I own
Been
something?
5 years paying it off. I don't want to go get another rental.
It's funny we talking about it.
It's set up not to work after a certain amount of time.
This
now.
I am aware of.
Now they making it where you can't keep
Yes.
fixing it.
There's a systematic thing. So this thing about debt, about ownership, it's a big concept, and people are fighting it, but you don't hear a lot about it.
Right. And I believe that's the spirit of this show.
Y'all don't see the irony of him sitting here talking about I want to own this when you're talking about a show about slavery. What the fuck you want? Do you want to own something or not own something? You want to be owned or not be owned? What do you want?
I want to own, sir.
Because the whole time you've been saying this guy owns this guy's responsible for that, he's selling over here, but I want to own my shit outright. You need to make a decision. How much do you want to own? How much do you want to be on, Color Man?
Oh,
Color Man.
So when we talk about the people who are most vulnerable for being induced into the human trafficking, it is people. You're talking about classism. This is a war.
This is the
war.
war.
And it's global.
And
yes.
it's not only outside of the black community, by the way.
Right.
Please.
And so I think we need to be cautious. There is a racism component in human trafficking.
Absolutely.
But the class issue, this is about money.
Right.
And the people who are at the lower tiers are most vulnerable. They have fewer life opportunities from the womb throughout to death. They have fewer life opportunities, and so it's much easier
And
for
more
them to be-
susceptible to buy
That's
into the
right.
game.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
But we cannot confuse classism with slavery. What makes slavery inherently different is the fact that you are not capable of leaving.
That's right.
What we have here is the DMV does not knock on your door and cave your face in. Because
the
you
sheriff
didn't
does
pay your
that.
fees.
Yes, they do.
The sheriff will do that.
For every person that doesn't pay their DMV fees?
Especially those of melaninated color that live below Wilshire.
Can I break that down for you? Can I break that down?
But your point is valid. Well, your point is valid.
Yeah.
Right. But the people who are most susceptible, right?
Right.
Are people who are on the margins of society, the people who are impoverished, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I want to be very clear. Human trafficking, it doesn't matter. You can be rich and come from a wealthy neighborhood and get seduced into this
Right.
Human trafficking. But those who are most vulnerable, they are those who have limited life opportunities.
No,
Corey Holcomb.
she said because she was white, she was valued as more. Am I right?
Well, that's what my pimp told
She
me.
sells for a higher price.
This
because
is
she's
what
white.
happens in society throughout. You can ignore it if it make you feel better, but I'm telling you, if the police came up in here, they gonna ask her what happened.
Right.
That's what's going
What
on.
did they do
Absolutely.
to you, Jess?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is
That's
what is
the white
fundamentally
privilege show.
wrong. What I think we missed was I had a black pimp. And his dad worked hard for him and his brother to do something radically different. He worked for the government and he wanted something different. Instead, all they got was a little teeny house in the ghetto of St. John's of Portland. And yet, his brother was a pimp and a hustler in the height of the 70s. And he said, you know what? My working class isn't working.
Right.
So he gave the two boys to their uncle, his brother, so they could be trained as a pimp and a hustler. When I entered the picture at the ripe old age of 17, I didn't stand a chance against a 43-year-old trained, seasoned pimp.
Wow.
This is an issue much, much bigger than just race.
Were you trafficked? Did they traffic you? Did they make you become a hooker?
The first time I went out there willingly,
Right.
the moment that I chose that I gave him that money, my ass was his. There was no leaving.
I just want to
And
say,
then
like
they
a lot
take
of
you
times,
everywhere.
That's
Yep.
heavy.
And
lot
I
of- they
moved
take you
city to
everywhere.
city to city.
They
There was
take you
no way.
everywhere.
2 minutes.
you were a victim after that, right?
Well, I was a victim long before that. But yeah, I went into willingly that first time. I didn't
Which
know what I
goes
was
Well,
back
getting
to
no.
what
Remember,
she said.
she
Which
was
goes back to what she said.
molested at 4, right?
Right. I started being raped when I was 4 years old.
Who didn't?
Right, that's what I was just for the say.
Jeff?
You know
One
that
in
you would've-
five
And that's the
girls,
sick- and that's
one
the
in
Jeff,
10
Jeff,
boys.
Jeff,
And that's the sickness.
Jeff.
It's you motherfuckers.
Wow. It always gets back to us.
Yeah.
It is. It's
I-
the men that are
My
perpetrating this
auntie was
shit.
fucking with me when I was little because she saw me naked.
How many female trafficking gangs are being run that's abducting boys to come over and put them in sex trade? I can't help it that it's men running it. Can't help that. It's
We're not
men.
going to marginalize the violence that some men perpetuate towards
I'm not-
women.
right, right.
At the end of the
But don't
day,
marginalize what
we're
women
also
perpetuate
not going to
towards
let women off the hook too,
Yeah,
because
okay.
if you, I've done this on 1,000 fucking domestic violence shows. The common Conflict Tactics Survey, the CTS. And at the end of the day, a lot. No, I didn't. A lot of. I'm telling you, a lot of clinicians use this. The only weakness.
Niggas ain't heard of something.
Let me just finish. Let me finish because we got to go to break. A lot of people use this. A lot of people use this. It is flawed, but is the most used when evaluating domestic violence. You have intimate partner violence, you have common couple violence, and then you have intimate terrorism. Intimate partner violence, common couple violence are types of violence that are pervasive in basic relationships, intimate relationships. They happen. It's ubiquitous, and those are the type of violent, I got mad because I lost my job. You can fix that with counseling. But what you can't fix is intimate terrorism. And since OJ has now put it in such a tender space that everything is dealt with as if it's intimate terrorism, and it isn't. So now women will attack other women for going back to their man because they had an intimate partner violence exchange or common couple violence exchange. But in the CTS, they will tell you women are more violent than men. It's just that men, when we respond to women's violence, we hurt them. When a man strikes a woman, he hurts her. He breaks her. When a woman strikes a man, he's supposed to absorb it.
And you want us to believe that
I don't want you to believe anything. I want you to go do the research.
No, I'm not going to do the motherfucking research. That's what the show's for.
That's not going to happen. I done gave you the information.
She got to do her nails.
We taking the damn break.
Facts? I'm going to Google that, by the way.
Please.
I will. I'm going to research that.
The Conflict Tactics Survey, CTS, Conflict Tactics Survey.
Maybe verbally, but I can't believe the physically.
Physically, throwing shit, slapping, punching, kicking. Look at the video.
It can't be more, but it can't be
just
more.
did it to Jay-Z.
I'm
We
not
taking the
saying
break.
that it
We'll
don't
be back.
happen, but it can't be more.
We'll be back.
Hey everybody.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Go ahead.
What's up everybody?
Can I beat him in public or no? This is inappropriate.
Guys, this is like the Grammy audition. Don't mess it up.
Is it on? Itchy butt.
Let me start one more time on that one.
So your head really isn't as little as it looks. It's funny because it looks little. Next we got he actually, that wasn't even a pull shot. He hit me right in the. Did you feel the softy tissue of my?
Okay, are you rolling?
Yes, it's got to
Yes,
be. It's
so
got
you're
to be
vampire.
derivation
There you go.
vampire.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I love it that I'm in costume.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not.
Adventure, avalanche, adventure.
I'm real. Sorry. I forgot who I was for a second. We're one-take ponies. Is that it?
Yeah, you're done.
Give me a hug. I'm sorry I was a little...
You are done. It's okay.
Andy D on T-Radio V. Bing, bang, bing, boom, right?
Yeah.
Andy D on T-Radio V. Bobb'e bibbidi bobb'e boo. Andy D on T-Radio V.
The Andy Dick Show, Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. on T-Radio V.
Wow!
So but we'll do it better when the show actually starts.
Yeah, no. AIDS is a leading cause of death for Black women ages 25 through 34. Wow.
What if I told you you could help end the AIDS epidemic in our community for just $1?
$1 a year. $1 a month.
$1 a week.
$1 a day.
Just $1.
$1, 1 million people.
That's the math. I am Vanessa Williams.
I am Journey Smollett.
I'm Tyler James Williams.
We are the solution. Together, we can do this.
Go to www.blackaids.org.
T-Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, So What is back, And my final thought. This was a heater of a topic. We went all over the place. I knew it was going to get wild. I knew everybody was going to be passionate. But I'm going to reiterate the point that I made earlier. And I just believe that when you're a slave, unconsciously, it just seems strange to hold up a sign in advocacy of other slaves. You should want to be free. You should want to be free from debt. But debt is designed to keep you enslaved, right? Money is debt. And you can look up all of the videos and all the research and all of the finance stuff, and it'll tell you money is debt. And then we'll say, no, let's focus on these girls. Well, we should. We should focus on all types of atrocities in America, in the world, globally. We believe in every cliche that the media sends to us. You look up the word population from the Latin root populoso. It means the masses of unlearned animals. You look up the word vulgar from its Latin root vulgus. It means commoner, one who is unlearned. We are a society of idiots, right? And we get all of our information and all of our, agitation from the media, right? Is that not true? So for me, I'm always challenging. Like, remember we all got up in arms, Coney 2012. Everybody was Coney 2012. He's butchering children in Africa. And come to find out it's all fake, right? We get turned up by the media. We get turned down by the media. We get the feel-good story. We get the feel-bad story. And we're all being played like a cello every fucking day of our lives. We are the slaves, right? Slavery ended in 1865 with the Emancipation Proclamation. A white man proclaimed that it was over. But that doesn't mean other forms of slavery took its place, right? We have a lot of work to do as a species. Not just women. You see women take the feminist angle. Men are beating women and the girls were taken. Yeah, but you look up the name of that damn terrorist organization. Look up what it means. Boko Haram. Haram in Arabic, unlawful. They had a political purpose. And if you're watching the news, they've delivered the girls back, or they've at least proposed 100 and some of them to come back. They were converted to Islam. They dressed in Islam. But we want political prisoners back for these girls. What is the purpose of Boko Haram, right? These motherfuckers are saying, fuck westernized colonization, fuck Western education, and then we turn it into, we need to check out the girls. Yeah, we do. If my daughter was there, I'd swim to fucking Africa and find the motherfuckers and go hard in the paint. But we need to understand the bigger picture that we're being played by. To me, that's as important as saving the girls. Slavery is everyday life for a motherfucker who got a 9 to 5. That's everyday life. You want the girls freed, but you can't free yourself from your cubicle, right? You want the girls freed, but you can't free yourself from the limiting thought process you have. You're a slave, and you're trying to be an advocacy of another slave. Again, a great man once told me, if you want to change the world, you first got to change yourself. Now, we haven't changed ourselves, but we want a feel-good moment. I'm not going for the okie doke. And that's my motherfucking final thought. The Zoa Morning Show. This is what we do. Now, what I'm going to do now is go around the table really quickly and get everybody's vital information for the followers. Uncle Ruckus, where can they find your crazy ass?
Well, you can find the very handsome Gary Anthony Williams at Gary A. Williams on Twitter, and at LA Comedy Shorts, my film festival.
But you're doing something big, right? The film festival,
yeah,
right?
Man,
Tell them about it.
This is really Gary talking, and I don't believe most of what I say. I'm a black man, and I run the largest comedy film festival in the U.S., largest short comedy film festival in the world, LA Comedy Shorts, LAComedyShorts.com. It's this weekend, Thursday through Sunday, LAComedyShorts.com.
Please support my brother Gary Anthony Williams. He's been on my show before. He's a great dude, good friend of mine. He'll be back soon. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Lekeisha, Dr. Summers.
Yes, I'm at LekeishaSumner.com.
Great. Sumner. Thank you. Very, very great
Can you
guest.
spell Lekeisha for the people out there who are not ebonically
Yes.
don't know how to spell
Lekeisha.
excellent
Very
guest.
ethnic
You are
name.
more than welcome to come back to the show anytime. We need your insight, your intelligence. You are a perfect example of where black women can go.
And she fine.
you.
Awesome.
And she fine. Can we throw
Awesome.
that?
We really appreciate you.
Good looking.
And Jes, talk to us. How's your life? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
Good.
This is wonderful fun. I've been married for 10 years and I have 6 kids.
Excellent.
Life moves on, and really we've all been through horrible atrocities. It's what we do with it. This pain, the hurt that I had, that I experienced, has made me damn strong. And we don't get the term survivor for being weak. We get it for being strong.
Wow.
And you can find me across all social media, so Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, at Sassy Jes, SASYJES.
We appreciate you.
And you can find me online at jesrichardson.com, but it's Jes, Jes.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Luenell, new movie. Tell us where it's going, where you going, where they can find you really quickly.
Well, Think Like a Man 2 drops on June the 20th, and I have a smaller part in this one as I did in the first one. Thank you. July the 2nd is from the clip that you saw earlier, School Dance will be in limited theaters. And I was way underqualified to be on this panel today, except for the fact that, I was a hoe for 2 weeks in the 70s. And I really want to thank you for having me here. I wasn't good at it.
I'm writing 2 weeks a hoe. I'm writing that book.
Yeah,
2 weeks a hoe.
Okay, well, I want consultation. I'll write the foreword. But you can find me on Twitter, and I live on Instagram. My Facebook is played, so fuck that. But on Twitter and Instagram, at Luenell, at LUENELL. And yes, I'm single.
And Luenell, hey, come back anytime. You know we love you.
You're one of the smartest brothers I know. Like, I don't even know what to do with you.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
like that my niggas dumb and young, stupid, shut the fuck up type shit.
Corey, where are you, man?
So I just wanted to say, if you really think about all this stuff like that was happening, what Zoe was talking about with that different types of domestic violence and shit, all these laws were put together after that OJ shit. But I just want everybody to realize the common denominator in all this bullshit.
What is it?
Like in Rosewood, what happened?
The dudes got killed, right?
Yeah, some drugged out Caucasian woman was acting like somebody did something to her.
Oh, shit.
Same thing with that OJ and Nicole shit. This bitch was a dope fiend who family participated
To Kill a Mockingbird, too.
Right. They participated in hustling that pussy. She was with OJ. OJ do drugs, too. They was all off the chain. I just hate when people act like they victims and shit like this. We need America to understand that bitches are in abundance in our society.
Wow.
That is all I'm trying to say. There's a lot of bitches out here. I can walk from this street to the next light and I can buy some pussy from a lost bitch. But anyway.
Where can they find you, man?
Is bitch heavy out there?
Hey,
where can they find you?
You can hear these type of thoughts if you go on Twitter at the Corey Holcomb, and come learn. Well, actually, I call it unlearn. That's what's up.
Unlearn from Corey. And Geoff?
Find me back here next week. Fuck it, I'm not even...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Zoe Williams, at Zoe Williams on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter right now, at Zoe Williams. Also follow me on Instagram, at Mr. Zoe What. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Crazy topic. We'll be back next week with another heater. Deuces!
I'm going deeper, balls to the wall, yeah. Fuck you. They don't give a fuck about 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 you.
You are watching T Radio V. Radio and TV.